So give us a cheer if you believe in the abstract concept of free will. A few cheers there. Of course you're wrong, free will doesn't exist, don't worry about it, it's not your fault. I was in a philosophy seminar the other day, and I was really interested in the subject, sort of leaning my head on the desk, resting my eyes a little bit, and I sneezed. And when I sneezed, I moved my head forward very fast, and I hit the desk, and that would have been fine, except somebody had scrawled the word wanker onto the desk. So that meant that it imprinted on my forehead, and for the rest of the day, I had wanker written on my forehead, backwards, like an ambulance. Much like an ambulance, when I came up behind people, they thought, yeah, I think I should probably pull to the side in the middle of this guy. Wouldn't have helped, but everywhere I went that day, I decided to scream, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. For lots of people, not just him. Yeah, so prom went well. Actually, at prom, a friend of mine was so drunk that we got to see the inside of a real ambulance. And it was great, except it didn't go wee woo, wee woo. It sounded a little bit more like, put that oxygen tank down, you wanker! I can't blame the ambulance driver really there, because if he couldn't read backwards like that, he'd never be able to find where he parked. Got a poem now. Got a poem about Canterbury. I love it so much. It's a great place, isn't it, Canterbury? It's got pubs, a cathedral, and multiple Sainsbury's. This poem's called Thing I Saw in Canterbury 2. There isn't a Thing I Saw in Canterbury 1, just thought sequels tend to be more lucrative. Avengers Infinity War is the 5th highest grossing film of all time. Avengers Endgame, it's a bit long, don't like it. Goes a little something like this, because it is this. Public urination outside Sainsbury's local. 10:20 p.m. was, it seemed, a bad time to do the weekly shop. I had carefully packed my bags for life at an equal weight. 2-litre milk on my left, Robinson's blackcurrant squash on my right. My balance was pristine despite my newfound weight, like that of a ballet dancer trying out for sumo wrestling. I could not say the same for the man I encountered, more snowman than man, for he was built of spheres and melted sweat endlessly. I could tell that he planned to take his ablutions beside the humble franchise store. But what I didn't expect was his impassioned decree, not to me, but to the universe itself. He said, and I quote, "Well, time to pull out my big cock." I hurried home. Does anyone else feel like they get sort of really good at some particular things when they're really drunk? You know, not like driving. I'll give you an example. Right? So I play guitar badly, but when I'm drunk, I play slightly less badly. And that's not just me saying that, there's other people as well who've said that. And I think it might be because when I'm sober, the guitar sounds like this. Okay, we're going to play that chord here. Pinky finger there, that's quite a stretch actually. I don't know if I can do that. I'm sort of muting that last string. What's the last string called? Is it E? I thought the first one was called E, so it's and then when I'm drunk, it sounds a bit more like, yeah, I'll make a noise, woo! And I just play loads of notes. And it sounds better. And I think the reason is because, if you imagine somebody plays Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata on piano, and they play 3 of the notes wrong. That's a bit naff. But if they play Beethoven's Moonlight Sonata with a 5-minute pause in between each note where they're trying to find the next one, that's just noises, that's not music. And this links into the reason, right, why I didn't confront the man outside of Sainsbury's. Because I imagine the confrontation would have gone something like this, and he said, "Excuse me, sir, don't you know there are other Sainsbury's you could be pissing outside of? Why choose mine?" And he turns to me with sweaty little eyes, and he thinks to himself, well, normally, I'm not very good at reading backwards, but since I've had a few, piss off, you wanker! And he get his ambulance and drive away.